All right, so we are back from our little break, and we are now in the room where the electroshock therapy machine and Dr. Jackson's piano are. And there's also an exhibit for Dr. Anderson, which you can see his...
Dr. Atkinson.
Atkinson?
Yeah.
You can see his name kind of on this door here. This was the door to his actual office?
Right.
Yeah, so we have the actual door to his office. And I assume these are just like some tonics and stuff that kind of floated around Bentonville.
Sure, just little bottles. His kind of his filing system, all the way up to the 1970s, I think. Well, 66, yeah, 73. So it gives you an idea how the medical profession has changed now. His office was on the second floor. His first office was on the second floor of
I was getting a 9.8 deal.
A 9.8 EMF hit?
Yeah.
Interesting.
the second floor of Central Avenue. And if you can imagine, they having to go to the doctor's office and climb up 2 floors if you're sick. But of course, in those days, the doctors all made house calls.
That's true. All right, well, I think we're going to break the spirit talker back out again. I'm going to set the camera down. Face it towards over here with the audio.
Remember the story I told you of the fire at the jail?
Yeah.
That's the key to that jail.
Oh, really? The incinerator story? That
Yeah.
you told me? Can you tell about that story real quick? I think it's really interesting.
Well, you want me to tell the incinerator part of it, or?
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
Okay. When I was very young, I worked at a grocery store there in town, Phillips Food Center, and out back they had an incinerator. It had a huge smoke tower, and we burned our boxes. They didn't have a compactor or anything for cardboard back then. You didn't recycle it. You just took it out and burned it. And if you were really good, you could make the flames come out the top of the incinerator. But there was also something really spooky about it. If you got the flames to come out the top, well, the moving air would sound like somebody moaning, somebody in pain,
suffering.
yeah, pain and suffering, really, and it was creepy, just really creepy. Well, years and years later, I found out that where that incinerator was built was one time one of the original jails here in town, and that jail caught fire, and 2 of the inmates were trapped inside and burned. They didn't have a guard to stay all night with them. They just the guard went home at night and left the prisoners in jail. But anyway, what happened was they were allowed to smoke in their cells and either a pipe or a cigarette, and they caught the jail on fire, and 2 of them died. So, but they're just kind of a creepy story when I found out about that. And, after that jail fire, they built a new jail, and from that point on, the sheriff's family lived at the jail, so there was always someone at the jail. So tragedies like that would never happen again.
And he said this is the key.
That's the key. Yeah.
Adam Steel and Wireworks. Because we were at Lavaca County Jail in Texas, and those keys are so big because those jail cells are insane. They're just like wrought iron, just like, super heavy. I can imagine if there was no way those guys got out. Like, it was just like, it would be impossible. I mean, you would need you would need like thermite to get through those jails. Like, it was inescapable. But so if you can't reach out to any of these doctors, we'll break out the spirit talker again. I just love these interesting stories. They're so cool. Let me turn this back on airplane mode. You had some luck holding this thing. You want to come back and hold this thing?
Yeah, this is it's like I'm literally like playing fucking skirt chase with this, whatever.
there's anything going on over here with this piano I'm sitting on. Dr. Jackson. Maybe over here, Dr. Atkinson. I can imagine there was surely a interesting.
We know you.
Oh yeah, we've been here for a minute. Feel comfortable with us now? If that's the case, that'd be great. If you feel comfortable to come out and talk, I want to know about like this machine in specific. Do y'all know anything about that, or what can you tell us about it?
Nanny. So you used to entertain kids, the piano.
Was Nanny shocked by the electroshock therapy machine? That'd be unfortunate.
You don't gotta talk to us from another room. You can come in here.
Yeah, come on in. You can sit down on the bench next to this picture.
Are you glad this is a museum now?
And by the way, I turned my phone on airplane mode, so that theoretically should not work super well.
I was just following you around in the other room.
It is very strange that you're getting, especially in a stone building like this, blocks out signals. For the most part, blocks out signals. You still get cell reception, right? But
It's a constant 4, 3, 4, 5.
yeah.
4, 6, 4, 7. Like, it's not changing.
Yeah, y'all can't see it off camera, but over here on this bench with the triaxial going.
Destroy.
Destroyed?
Destroy. The machine? You know, do you not like that machine?
Presence.
Your presence is valuable. Appreciate it.
Who's the presence? So one of the doctors?
Do you want to be free of this place? Or are you happy that this is a museum and it retains the presence of once what was? Presence in what? Presence in an item?
Please wait and listen.
You got it.
I heard that.
Bruh.
No shot. You heard that, right?
Is there something in here?
That was pretty cool.
Very, very, very distinct. Are these your dresses? Is it presence in an item, presence in a person, presence in a place, presence in a memory? We're listening again if you want to do that again.
Yes, that's right.
The dresses? Well, we talked about a couple of things. Presences, dresses.
Are we right on where we're looking? Is that what we're right about? Do you have something to do with the apples? Or canning? Nothing else? Just want to show us your dresses? I like them. They're pretty. Were you part of the pioneers and settlers? Some of the first people here?
It's just tripping me out that that's on airplane
No
mode.
get out.
No. Okay.
Alright.
Sorry.
Quite a change of pace there. Do we say something that upsets you?
Or do you not wear dresses? I'm sorry if I said you look pretty in a dress.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
Knife.
Knife.
What's knife?
Which knife? Is there a knife over here? I mean, that's a sword. Pretty big knife.
Yeah, technically a knife. Big knife. But this is literally labeled Bowie knife.
Something happened to you with this knife? You know what the significance of this is?
Maybe we go back to Central and see, because sometimes what happens is you like push yourself into something and then it transients itself back away from you. We can turn the lights back off. See if you like that.
Surgery knife.
Don't go down there.
Oh, we were walking towards the
The back room? You don't want us to go back there?
Papa, I'm about to hit the lights if you want to find a place to stand. Security cams over there.
Leave it on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go down here. That same pulsing movement.
It is pretty weird back here. Who is back there? You like to hang out back here?
Where are you hanging out? You make a noise?
Visual.
Please, let me see you.
Interestingly enough, the spirit talker validates a visual sighting of an anomaly on the camera. Could this be the ghost letting us know its presence?
Dude, it's so dark back there.
Yeah.
Can you walk across that doorway? Yeah.
Can you see us where we're standing?
Happened here.
Knife, visual, don't go down there. Happened here. in this building, in that room down there? Is that why the energy's so stiff? Something happened in there?
I don't know if it's just me, but it's like unreasonably dark back there.
There's a light on back there too.
I know, it's like a black wall.
There's a light on right outside.
Shoes.
Shoes.
What was that? How is that possible? I just seen a flashing light.
Could be a car from outside.
Could be.
Shoes? There's shoes right here
Yeah, the
on the corner.
settler shoes.
Or the horseshoes?
That's also in the same display, I think.
It's actually amazing you can't see the light that's on.
I know.
It's very bright. Anything else you want to tell us? Anything curious? Favorite memory? Bad memory? What happened here?
It's very nasty here.
Well, why? I don't pick up on anything negative here.
Did she say nasty or negative?
Nasty.
The place used to be a mess. Yeah, it was
Kevin.
Were you here when it was dirty, when there's no bathrooms?
Is that what you see? Like, you don't see it as it is right now? Your vision and your perception is as when you existed here, so you view this place as nasty and a mess, because that's how it was when you were physically here?
Where you last remembered?
Yeah. It's an interesting theory.
Do you know, like, you could be stuck? You're free to go to the other side whenever you want.
You've been before.
The other side? I know.
Stay.
Are you tempting him to stay on the other side? That doesn't sound very...
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna convince me to stay. But I've been there. You're right. How do you know that?
The Akashi Records, dude.
Do you like us? Do you want us to stay? You like talking to us? Like right here is where I kept getting those like random like nines.
Well, we'd like to stay, but we can't stay all too much. What? Do you raise your hand, Lola?
Yeah, no, it was temperature.
This spot is like interesting. Like it was just bouncing back and forth between like 9, 6, 0.4. Is this close to where you are? Are we kind of standing next to you here? Are we in the right spot? Is that what you said, stay? You hear us well?
Activity.
I would agree. Quite a bit. You're pretty vocal. Appreciate it. else for us?
Because we can't stay all night, unfortunately. So if you would like to deliver and let us know more things or what have you while we're still here, please let them rip.
You've been great.
Hear my footsteps.
Oh, please.
You walking through us? Should we hear you? Gonna have to make a little more noise than that.
We got this nice microphone. If you walk by us, we'll hear you. What was that?
I don't know. Sounded like a door closing.
1990s.
That's when I was born. That's when he was born. How did you know that?
Are you reading our file?
You talking to some
Archibald.
talking to some Archibald told you? How's he know us? How do you know Archibald? Warmer here than it was like 10 minutes ago. In this room specifically. It was cold as shit when I was walking around with the meter.
This is where I think the only air return is, so
Yeah, may have just been on.
it doesn't distribute very evenly.
No. Is that right? Is right here's the sweet spot? Am I standing in your way? Been all about this spot.
Roberts.
Sure. Archibald Roberts. We'll give him a quick Google. You know, we got records too.
Forgot that that's magnetic. Anything?
Archibald Roberts obituary. Born 1915 in Michigan. Did he work here?
Year.
Year. It did just in 1915. Do you recognize that year?
Good year, 1915.
For real. What year? Still waiting to hear your footsteps, to be honest.
Yes, please.
The children sing.
Like,
That would also be cool to hear.
like in a choir or at school. Where are they singing? Do you hear them right now? Running low on time here. Who wants, those footsteps?
Ruth.
Ruth.
No, that's it. Roof. Footsteps on the roof.
Ruth? Is Ruth the best singer? She your favorite? Yeah, that's it. Slowing down a bit, you getting tired? I heard ghosts don't sleep.
Hill House would beg to differ. We got EVP one time of Elizabeth. Like
Jeff.
really.
Jeff?
Jeff.
Alright. I think it's just a few names. It looks like it's like a similar pattern. It's like
Yeah.
a word, and then a phrase, and then name. One word phrase. Name. One word phrase.
Yeah, well, this was just a short little stop here at the Bentonville History Museum. So we just figured we'd stop by and check it out for a couple hours, but I think our time has come, and I think whatever was talking to us is starting to run out of energy. So hopefully we caught some cool stuff. I feel like I heard a woman talking. I heard all sorts of interesting sounds. So definitely provided more than I thought it would. I thought we were going to come in here and it was going to be absolutely nothing. But always in the paranormal world, you never really know what you're going to run into. So we're going to sign off, go home,
Ralph.
get some sleep. There you go, another name. So we think it's just kind of cycling through stuff. So yeah, we'll go home, get some sleep. And I can't wait to publish this video because I think it's an interesting one. So we'll see y'all later. As we were packing up, I almost forgot to freaking say thank you so much to the Bentonville History Museum. Absolutely so kind, last minute to be able to let us come out and do this. This video was like really off the cuff, so it seemed a little sporadic and random. But we literally showed up today and said, hey, can we check this place out? And the director was more than happy to let us come in and gave us the key. So we're going to be posting the Facebook page, the website in the description, as well as get a fundraiser going to donate to the Bentonville Historical Society so that we can put more funding into the museum because it's a really awesome place. And if you're in the area, please come by, check it out. I think it's haunted somewhat, some way. Definitely got some interesting responses. So if you're a paranormal buff, history buff, whatever it may be, swing by, check it out. People are great. The collection is great. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So now we'll see you.